Hello. Hello. Okay, guys, we are live. All right. So, hello everyone. This is me, Harshal Jain, and today we are going to build the responsive part of our website. So, we did the home section yesterday. In the last video, we covered the home section. You can see that this was the web view, and I have explained how you can build a responsive CSS using React.js. Okay, it's same as the normal CSS, but yeah, you can see that everything is almost responsive. You can see that yeah, it's responsive and looking good. So this is the home page. But now today we'll be focusing on other pages. We also focused on the nav bar in the last video. Okay, so you can check out the videos. Which videos do you have to look? You just need to visit Geeks for Geeks development channel. So I'll take you to that channel, and then uh, it will be something like this. Okay, we are live. So in the live section, you'll be able to see all the live sessions which are going to happen, which are scheduled. But in the playlists, you'll be able to see that yeah, we have React.js projects playlist. Okay, so in this playlist, basically you just have to go through this playlist if you don't know what has done till now. Okay, because with this is very important, and I have covered all the important things which you need to know in React.js. Okay, if somebody doesn't know React.js, they can still watch this because this covers all the basics of React.js, the all requirements of React.js to start with React.js. Okay, definitely we don't have the backend for it, but yeah, if you are opting for the front end part, then definitely this playlist is for you. You can check out this, and if you know the basics of React.js, then that's really great because this will add some you can say cherry to your pastry. Okay. So now these are the number of videos you can watch them, and if you find that these are too easy for you, if you know React.js well and you think that you can understand my code, so I'll provide you my code, okay, my source code. So you just have to visit github.com. Hi Aryadeep. /VIRAJJ014. Okay, you just have to type this and it will take you to my GitHub profile. And you can follow me here if you want. And all of my repositories, all of apart from these specific projects, do a lot of projects. Okay, so all of the projects are available here. You can check out this my GitHub profile. And in the repository section, you just need to check for Fit Grocery. Okay, Fit Grocery. This is available here, and sometimes it will go way down if you watch this in further months or years. Okay, so you just need to search here Fit Grocery. Fit Grocery. And yeah, we have Fit Grocery. You can just make it as a star. So it's available for you whenever you look. All right, so this is the source code. You can play with it, do whatever you want, make your own e-commerce platform, grocery store, and sell it to a client, do whatever you want. But yeah, you have to do some hard work to it because you can't exactly sell this. Okay, but yeah, it will be really helpful if you are opting something like freelance work, or if you want to showcase in your portfolio something, you can use this to build your own e-commerce website. This is really helpful. And if you are confused about the backend, so we'll be building separate playlist for the backend. The reason is because it will cover the basics of backend, so it will be really helpful for those people who are willing to learn the backend part also. So the backend will be most probably on Node.js and MongoDB, so we'll be looking into that later on in some other playlist. But yeah, this is only the front end playlist, and almost everything is covered. We are focusing on the responsiveness part. So you can check out the source code, and you can use Node.js backend, or else you can use Firebase. Easier option is Firebase. So both are options. Both options are great. And I don't know much about other backends, but yeah, Node.js will work fine with React.js. and Firebase is also great. All right, so I hope I am clear with the source code. You can check out this, and I'll also share this in the live chat. ठीक है? It's better without the specs. All right. So before moving on, in the description you'll find a link of a course provided by Geeks for Geeks. If you want to learn full stack development and till advanced level using React.js and Node.js, you can check out this uh, course. It's a paid course, so if you want to purchase it, जेब में पैसा हो तो ले सकते हो. Okay, it's a great course and enjoy this one. All right. So after this, we can start with the project. And by the way, if you want to see the live website, you can simply visit this URL in my GitHub profile. So it will take you to the live URL. Okay, so you can see the all the updates here. If in future I make updates, you can see the updates here. All right, and it's also working. In the first video of this playlist, I have explained how you can actually deploy React.js websites on Vercel. Okay, so do check out that video. Very important because it looks great. Yeah, you can share this link to your friends or any recruiter, anyone. Okay, so they'll be impressed. Yeah, this guy has done something. So definitely you can deploy things like that, and this was done in the very first video so that nobody complains that you haven't deployed the project. Okay, so you can check out this GitHub repository. You'll find the link here. All right, so one more thing, if you want to contact me, you can comment below. You can message me on any of my videos on live chat. I'm mostly live every day. Okay, but yeah, you can message me on Instagram at the rate Harshal_3011 is my Instagram username, or you can message me on LinkedIn. By the way, these are all my skills, so if you have any doubts regarding these, you can definitely ask me. All right, so we'll start with the code, and our code is available here. So this is the project. I'll just open it with VS Code. So today we have to rush up because this is the responsiveness video. Okay, you don't need to know much about this because basics of CSS is enough. And I suggest that watch previous videos if you want. All right, so this was the, so I'll just start at npm start. All right. So first of all, we need to make our product page responsive. How can I do that? Very easy. First of all, I'll just open it here. Okay. So our project has been started at 3001. So you can check out this. You can check, yeah, it's your port or not. All right. So yours will be 3000 if you are not already running some other code. Okay. So this is the final project. This is the final website which you will get after this video. So you can see that homepage responsiveness what was done. Okay, was done. It was done. And if I take you to my previous videos code, so here you can see homepage responsiveness was done and it was working fine. You don't need to worry about that. Just watch previous videos. Then we need to look into what we need to look into other sections. Like suppose if I click on the product. Okay, suppose if I click on the product, suppose if I click on this first one, so here you can see that, yeah, it's gone. The responsiveness is gone for this product page. And whereas in the final source code, you can check out that we have a very responsive UI. You can see that it looks great. Okay, so we are going to build this responsiveness, and you can see that, yeah, it almost works on every screen size. But if it does not, if you find that, yeah, Viraj, this is not working in my screen, then definitely you know CSS, right? So you can definitely do it on your own. This is for the teaching purpose. Okay, definitely it's very hard to achieve complete responsiveness, but if in specific live sessions, but I have made it very responsive so that if you are watching this in your mobile, yeah, you'll look, yeah, it's great. Okay, it will look great. All right, so you can see that it's fully functional, and I made all the sections responsive, including the review section also. And yeah, rest everything was responsive. Footer was responsive before, and this explore more and the sliders were also responsive in the first video. Okay, we made that. So we are going to focus on this page first, then we'll be focusing on extra pages like contact, about, privacy policy, terms and conditions, and FAQ section. Okay, so we need to do this very fast, so I'll stop wasting your time and my time. I'll be starting the coding part. All right, so I'll be going very fast because I don't think anyone wants to learn CSS now, because till now, if you have watched this React.js playlist, you will be knowing a lot of CSS till now. All right, so now in our code which we are going to focus on today, it's something like this. Okay, so we'll be starting with this. And all right, so guys, if you have any queries, you can message me on the live chat. I'll be looking into your queries in a while. All right, so first of all, we need to look into the product page. You can see that we have the product page here, I guess. All right, so you can see that we have the product page, and in this page, everything is fine. So we need to look into the CSS part. All right, so we'll work on the CSS part, and we'll see that what's pending here. All right, so in the CSS part, I'll be assuming that we can start from a specific size, that is I'll say that let's start with 768 pixels because that's some average which you'll get as a suggestion. So here you can see that once I reach 768, okay, let's assume that once I reach 768, you can see that, yeah, we need some changes in the design. Okay, it can be more 600, you can make changes on 500, but I'll just assume that let's make it 768. Okay, it won't cause any problem. Okay, so let's go for 768, and here I'll say that at the rate media screen, media only screen. And you could have directly written max width. Okay, you don't need to write media only screen. And okay, you can directly write media max width 768 pixel. Okay, so I'll just write here 768 pixel, and let's write here. Okay, so here you can see that first of all, I'll say my PC1 product container 1 will become column. Okay, so I'll say PC1. I'll explain this. I'll explain this. Previously it was row, now it will become column. Okay, so here you'll be able to see now PC1 has become column. Okay, previously it was row, now it has become column. Okay, so that's how it is helpful. Then I'll say that my I want my images container on bottom and my active image on the top. Okay, so I made that. I said that make column reverse, and then do one more thing, make the img set as row. Okay, I want them as a row. Previously it was in column, now I made them a row. Okay, so now you'll be able to see that these are in a row. So almost done, right? So we made this as a row, and there are some changes, but very basic changes. Okay, so here you can see that I also made the maximum width to 300 pixels so that it won't go outside 300 pixel. Okay, it will stay inside 300 pixel. You can see that it will stay inside 300 pixel, and it looks smooth. Okay, so now what we have to do is, after this I'll say that my particular image, uh, I guess it is fine. It is fine. All right. Then I'll say my C12 container. My C12 container is what? Will be taking 80% width. So here you can see that previously it was taking this much, now it's taking 80% width. All right, now it's taking 80% width. You can see that C12 is taking 80% width. What is C12, by the way? Let's see. In the product page, you will be able to see that we made C11 is this one, right? And then C12 is this one, where we see the product name, sales price, increment and decrement. This is the C12. That means this section, this section. All right, it includes what? It includes the buttons also, the add to cart button and so on. Okay, so don't worry about that. If you wanna change the buttons also, you can definitely. Now I'll say that after this, I'll be looking into my review section. Okay, I'll be looking into my review section. So you can see that first of all, let's give it a full width. Okay, if I show you the final code, and here you can see that it's taking the whole width. Okay, it's taking the whole width. So that's what I'll say, that make the form take whole width. Okay, so it will actually let the form take whole width. You can see that it's taking whole width, but we need to give it some margin inside. Okay, each form group container, you can give some padding inside, or you could have given all the form groups some margin. Okay, so I have given some form groups with some margin. So you can see that now they have some margin, and yeah, this looks pretty much responsive. You can see that this looks pretty much responsive. Now what I'll say, my label and input will be a little bit smaller. Okay, you can see that they are something like this. So you can change the size if you want. Okay, you can change the size of your input and label. Then you can save your text area will also become smaller. I'll make the height as 50 pixel. Then I'll also say my button will also become smaller. Okay, so these are some common stylings. I won't repeat everything again and again, but yeah, I'm just styling the form and I made the text area smaller. I made the form button as smaller. So here you'll be able to see, yeah, now it looks smaller. You can see that now it looks smaller. Then we'll be looking at the all reviews section. That means this section, okay, this section, because I think that the star rating section is fine. All right, so we need to look into this section, all review section. All right, so I'll say that all review section, first of all, it will take 90% width. Okay, 90% width. So here you say that the all review section will be taking 90%. You can see that it's taking 90%. And I also have given some, you can see that some margin from top and some width as 90%. I made it center. Okay, everything will be in center, and its maximum width will be 900 pixel. Okay, so if I go outside, you can see that, yeah, it looks fine. You can see that it looks fine. As soon as I reach 768, it will take 90%. Okay, it will take 90%. And now what else do we need is, you can see that the upward section, this Harshal Jain and these stars are not aligned properly and it's overlapping over my name. Okay, so how can I do that? So I'll say that the head one will actually be spaced between. Okay, head one, that means this each review has the head one. I'm sorry, each this all review section has the head one. Okay, so here you can see that initially it was bigger, now it becomes smaller. Okay, so now I'll say that if I take you to the product page, and here in the all reviews, you can see that this was our head one, product reviews heading. Okay, this was the head one. Okay, so I styled that. Then I'll say my each review will be having some margin, and I'll say that it will be taking 100% width and so on. Okay, so here you can say that each of my review, that is all review containers. Okay, so you can see that this review is a single container. Okay, we have single review container. This is the single review container, this is the single review container, and this is the single review container. Okay, so I gave it, first of all, I gave it whole width and some margin from top and bottom and some padding. Okay, then I'll say my review head. I'll say that things will be in center, and now I'll make it a column. Okay, now I'll make it a column. Okay, so that things will be in column, my name, stars, and date. Okay, so here you can see that now they are in a column. Okay, now they are in a column. And one more thing, I'll say that the p tag will actually be having position of relative. Okay, so here you can see right now it's not looking good because this Herschel Jain was stuck. Okay, so how can I do that? I'll say my p tag will be, first of all, not having any margin, and then you can see now it's fine because I made its position relative. Previously it was position absolute, so that's why it was in the extreme left. You can see it was in the extreme left side, but now it's not position absolute, it's relative. Okay, so it looks fine, and I guess we missed something, so I'll say gap. Okay, it's not about the gap. It must be about some container, but I guess it looks fine. It looks fine. So now we need to look into this span. That means the date. Okay, that means the date. So I'll say that the span, that means the date container will be having some smaller size. Okay, that's it. So this is the same CSS from above. I've just changed some size in it. Okay, the same CSS which I have used above. Okay, so now I have changed the date. You can see that it's a bit smaller. Then I'll say my body will be having, that means the text, the description which I have given will be having font size of 12. Okay, so here you can see that it has a lesser font size. You can do one more thing. You can say that the text align is center. Okay, so let's make it center. You can see that now it's in center. Okay, so you can do this on your own. Now I'll be looking it into the description section. So if I go to the description, you can see that this is the description section. Okay, so I'll say, first of all, if I reach 768, I'll make my description as 90%. Okay, width will be 90%. All right, so I'll say my description container will be taking 90% width and max width as 900. So you can see that it's taking 90% width. All right, then I'll say that one more thing. I'll just say that text align will be center. So you can see that now the text is center. Okay, fine. Now I'll say that the ratings one container. okay, ratings one container will actually have some smaller size. Okay, so ratings one container is actually this container. Okay, this container. All right, and then I'll say one more thing. One more thing. You can see that we have this image. You can see that we have this image. So if I make it smaller, you can see that it goes way too small. Okay, so we can just say that my IMG big will be taking 70% width and will be having aspect ratio 1 on 1 always. Okay, so you can see, yeah, it looks fine. All right, so this was the section one, and I guess it is complete. You can see that the product section is done. I think I need to decrease the size of the description. Okay, so I'll say font size will be around 16 pixel, 13 pixel. So you can see, yeah, 13 pixel looks fine. And what else do we need is font weight as 300, and I'll say that the color will be, I guess I have given the COL2, I don't know. Yeah, COL2 was basically gray color. So yeah, you can see that, yeah, it's gray color now. So yeah, the description looks fine and the review section is also looking great. All right, so what else do we need is you can see that this whole page is done. This whole page is done. Now let's test it for some other one. Okay, let's test it for some. Suppose if I click on this, you can see, yeah, it looks fine. All right, so after this, we need to work on other pages like, first of all, I'll make the login section responsive. You can see that the login section is not at all responsive. Okay, so now we'll be looking into that. Okay, so let's visit again to our code, and here you can see that we had the auth page. We had the auth page. So here what you have to do is very basic changes. Okay, so I'll say that start making changes from 1000 pixel. Okay, why am I making it 1000 pixel? Because as you can see, as soon as I go below 1000, it looks bad. Okay, so I'll say that start making changes from 1000 pixel. All right, so how can I do that? Here below, you will say that start making changes from 1000 pixel. All right, here you can say that make the container. I'll say that this container is right now in row. The image is in left side and this form is in right side. So I'll make it a column. Okay, I'll make it a column. C plus is saying, will you use Stripe in this project? A React Native mobile app question. How to make app style responsive in every device and tested my app on where and it's not been responsive. Okay, so to make any app responsive, first of all, you'll need scroll view, and second is you must depend more on percentages rather than fixed sizes. That's what I can say, and it all depends, right? But mostly you can say that if you want to make any design responsive, you need to depend on percentages. Okay, percentages. And in React Native we don't have rem and kind of text formats, pixel, we don't have any text format. So to make any design responsive, work on any website, any mobile device, you can basically make it percentage. Okay, make any size as percentage, not in text, but we can make components in percentage. And also use scroll bars, scroll view as much as you can, because this really helps in making things responsive. Okay, so suppose if a container goes out of the page, you can make it scroll view so that if it's even scrollable, that looks fine. All right, so I won't be using Stripe in this project right now because we are not merging the backend. But yeah, once I use the backend, we'll apply a payment gateway. All right. Right now, I actually don't have an account and I'm not getting approval for that. That's why. All right. But I'll ask a friend for that and I'll be creating a video on that. All right. So now we can continue, and I'll say that if I reach 1000 pixels, I want to make it column. Okay. So how can I do that? I'll say that my basically the auth container will be flex direction column. Okay, very simple. I'll just say that auth container will be flex direction column and it will take 80% width and some margin from top. And if you want to remove this, then definitely you can. And I've also given some margin from bottom. And then you can see that, yeah, it looks fine. But the problem with this is it's not taking the whole width. Why? Because the image is only taking 50% width. Okay, so how can I do that? I'll just say the image will take 100% width and the height will be 20%. So you can see that, yeah, it's taking 20% height and some width. All right. So what else is needed? Let's go back to the login page. Okay, let's go back to the login page. Here you can see that I have actually built. Okay, this is the login one. All right. Okay, so now I'll say that first of all, remove this height. Okay, remove this height because of that the image was taking extra space. And let's give the image around 30%. I guess 30% will look fine. Or else we can remove the image also. If you want, we can remove the image. Simply make it 0 so the image will be gone. You can see image is gone. So it's up to you if you want to remove image, definitely you can. Alright, so after this, I'll say that my auth form will be taking 100% width, so that it will take 100% width, and I've given some padding, so you can see now it's taking 100% width. All right, then I'll say my form label, input and button, and the heading will be some smaller size. All right, so all these things will be having some smaller size, and here you'll be able to see, yeah, heading is 20 pixels, so let's make it bigger. I'll just say that it's 30 pixels. Okay, so you can see that the heading is much bigger, and what else can you do is text align as center. So you can see that the heading is now in center. We can actually make it 40 if you want. Okay, so you can see that, yeah, 40 is fine, and this was the container. All right, what else do we need is I can say that the button will actually be taking width of around, I'll say, 100 pixels, and I'll say align self will be center. Okay, it's not taking align self center. Okay, let it be. What if it takes margin as 0 and auto? Let's see that if it works. It's not working. So let it be. I'll just give it a normal width of 100% so that it will be fine. All right. So here you can see that it looks something like this. I actually want to increase the padding. Okay, so I'll say from top, let's make it 15. Okay, nah, 10 was fine. All right, so here you can see that this is the login container, and similarly I'll do one more thing. I want my form group to be having some lesser margin because right now it has some margin, and then I'll say this p tag forgot password, and this span tag will be having some lesser size. All right, so one more thing, let's make it 18, the button size as 18. Okay, so you can see that I've given some margin and then some font size to the p and or button, okay, or icon or text. Okay, so here you can see, yeah, it's a bit smaller and it's looking fine. All right, so if I click on forgot password, yeah, it looks fine, but I want it to be changed. I actually want this to be, you can see that right now it's fine, but it goes out of the page. Okay, so how can we fix that? Very easy. I'll just say that the form group, I'll just say that you can see that it's form group row. Okay, you can see it's form group row. So I'll just visit this form group row. I've made it previously, and I'll just say flex wrap as wrap. Okay, so let's see that if it works. So you can see that as soon as I reach a bigger screen, okay, it actually does something wrong. So I'll just copy this. I'll just copy this, and I'll just remove this for now. And here I'll just paste it. All right, so now you can see that, okay, the problem is if I reach below this, still a problem. All right, so below 1500, we need to make changes. All right, so I'll just copy this again, I'll paste it, and I'll say as soon as I reach 1500, okay, I'll say my form group row will become flex wrap as wrap. Okay, So now it will be fine. So as soon as I reach below, you can see that now it's fine. All right. What else do we need is you can see that it actually needs responsiveness from, actually it needs responsiveness from 1100. So let's make it 1100. So below 1100, you can see, yeah, it looks fine. All right, so now we need to visit the sign up page. So this is the sign up section and it looks bad. Okay, so I'll just say that the auth container will be something like, I'll say that if over there is overflow, then let's make it scrollable. Okay, so you can see that now it's scrollable. So if there is overflow, we'll make it scrollable. So it looks better than before. I actually want to make the size as 35. Okay, it's looking too big. So you can see that, yeah, it's 35. And what else do we need is, I'll say that the auth container will be uh, having no gap. Okay, so I'll say gap will be 0 pixel. So you can see that the gap is gone. So the extra space which I was taking was gone. Okay, is gone. So you can see that now it's fine. But again, I'll say that as soon as I reach 500 pixel, as soon as I reach 500 pixel, I want to change something. I'll say my whole width will be 97%. That means width will increase, and then some margin. Same, all the stylings are same, and I made the image as 30. So yeah, 30 is fine. And then auth form. Okay, let's see. So here you can see that the image is visible again. So if you want to remove this, then you can, but I guess it looks fine. All right. Let's make the image visible here also. So if I have a bigger screen, you can see that it's taking 40%, then it's 30%. All right. So you can see that the login container is also responsive. It's also responsive. Okay. So all the sections are here and they are responsive. All right. So that's how you can make any design responsive very easily. So our two tasks are done. Now the third task is making the about us section responsive. Okay. So you can see that it looks bad and we need to work on this one. All right. So let's target the about us section. So the about us section has first of all the single banner. So we need to target the single banner CSS. So where is it? You can see that we have single banner. Okay. So I'll just say that the single banner heading will be having some lesser size. I'll say that as soon as I reach the 768, I'll say my single banner heading will be having size of 60. Previously it was having 90. So okay, we need to reload this first. Let's close it. Reset, and now let's inspect again. So now you can see that the size becomes smaller as soon as I reach 768. You can see for 768 it looks way bigger. All right, so one more thing. I'll just say that first of all the font size is 60, and I'll say that if it goes in the next line, the text align will be center. All right, so you can see that if size decreases, text line will become center. One more thing, I guess let's make it 50. 50 will be fine. All right. So that's it for single banner. Now we'll again go to the extra pages. That means this section. All right. So in extra pages, I'll first of all say first of all in the about page, okay, in the about page, we need to target the extra page, PG left and PG. Okay, I mean the PG common. We need to target the PG common to make things responsive. All right. So again, here you'll say that I haven't given any responsiveness, I guess. Okay, I have given it. What is that? Okay, it's actually product page. I forgot. We need to visit what? too many tabs. Let's close them first. All right. So now in the extra pages.css, we need to target the CSS. Okay. So what I can do is I'll say that whenever I reach 1500 pixel, okay, 1500 pixel, then I'll start the styling. Okay. Why am I doing this? Because you can see that if I am near 1500 pixel, okay, I don't know why it's too zoomed in. Let's close it for now. All right. So for now here you can see that as soon as I reach 1500, you can see that it looks bad. Okay, so we'll be starting the work from 1500. Okay, so I'll say my PG common will be taking 100% width first of all. Okay, it will be taking 100% width, and then I'll be giving some padding. Okay, so here you will be able to see now it's taking 100% width. What else? I'll say my image inside PG common will be taking only 40%. Previously it was taking 50%. Okay, so here you can see that now it's taking 40%. Now I'll say my division will now be taking 60% and the height of the size of H1 and P tag will be decreased. All right. So here you can see that now it looks fine. Now it looks fine. Similarly, in 1000 pixel, you can see that it's yeah, it's fine. So once I reach 1000, I actually need to do one more thing. Let's make it 20 first of all because it's way too small. Okay, so 20 is fine. And once I reach 1000, once I reach 1000, I'll say that again copy this and paste it here. All right, so again I'll say that once I reach 1000, I will give it 50-50 again. Okay, 50-50 again. And what else is, let's make it 16 pixel and it will be fine. So once I reach 1000, you can see that yeah, it looks fine. 1000. All right. So now let's see that what has changed. You can see yeah, the size changes and it looks fine. What else do we need is once I reach 800, I actually want to make them a column. You can see right now they are in a row. Okay, so what I'll do is once I reach 800, okay, let's see that if I can go beyond that or not. Nah, let's reach 800. Let's reach 800, and there you can say that just copy this again and paste it here. All right, and once you reach 800, just make the flex direction as column. So now below 800, you can see that now it's a column. Okay, now it's a column. What else do we need is we need to make the whole width as, suppose if I make it 90, let's make it 90, and I'll say that the text will be center, text align as center. Again, I'll say that the text align will be center. Okay, so now you'll be able to see that yeah, it looks fine. All right, it looks fine. Now what else? If I go to the next page, that is the contact us page, you can see that everything is fine, but we need to target this section. We need to target this section. Okay, so when can we start this? You can see that it's actually pretty much constant. All right, so we'll start it from I'll say that we'll start it from around, what to do, 800 will be fine. You can see that it's fine. So I am near 800. Let's start with 800 or 1000. Let's start with 1000. Okay, so in 1000 you can see that we have 1000 pixel here. Okay, I'll say that my extra page form will be, first of all, I'll say take 70%. Okay, so you can see that right now it's not taking enough. Let's make it 90 if we can. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, now it's fine. Let's make it 70 again. Let's see what happens. You can see that now it's fine. Again, I can say that the form group will be flex direction column, and some I want to actually decrease some margin. Okay, the margin is too much, so I'll just say that the margin will be decreased. I guess we are having some gaps, so I'll just say that the gap will be 0 pixel. Don't know what is the issue. Let's give it a background color for now. Okay, I guess it's not taking much margin now. You can decrease it to 5 if you want. Okay, now it's fine. Now it's fine. You can see that the margin is decreased. Similarly, I'll change the label and input and the text area. Okay, similarly, I'll just decrease the size. Then the button size, then I'll say that the form heading will also be smaller. Okay, the form heading will also be smaller. So you can see that the heading is smaller, and you can see that it's shifted to left because I made it to show in left side. Okay, so you can see that now it's fine. And what else do we need is, if I go beyond this, if I go beyond this, I'll make the width as 90%. Suppose if I am at 600 pixels, okay, or 800, so let's suppose we are at 800 pixels. Okay, so here you can see that if I reach 800 pixel, yeah, it reaches 90%. I guess we don't need anything else apart from this one. But if you want to change something, definitely you can. And you can see that once I reach a smaller screen, it looks good. It looks good. So in iPhone, it will be looking something like this. So it looks fine. All right. Now, I think we are fine with this, and the rating container is also fine. And you can see that this whole page has is now responsive. Okay, it's now responsive. So what else do we need is, actually wanted one more thing. In my contactors final code here, you can see the size is a bit smaller. Okay, size is a bit smaller. So what can we do is, first of all, I want to decrease this. So you can see that text area is smaller. Now what else? I'll say my rating container. First of all, everything will be in center. Then I'll say my active star active inactive one will be smaller. Okay, so from here, suppose I'll just do this from here. Star inactive will be smaller, 25 and 25, and then some gap in between. So you can see that the inactive ones are smaller. Similarly, you need to do this for the active ones also. Again, you can say that the star active one will also be smaller. Previously, they were 30 pixels. Now they are 25. So you can see that the size is smaller. Okay, I guess that's it. Now what else do we need is we need to visit the other sections. Okay, so you might have noticed that I haven't created the terms and condition and privacy drop down for it. I'm talking about this one. So if I view this, you can see that I'm getting the drop down, but in the responsive part, I forgot to do that. So first we need to do this one. How can I do that? We need to visit the navbar. Okay, we need to visit the navbar here. Okay, so here you can see that we have this navbar. Okay, we have this navbar, and we need to visit the web view first. Okay, so in web view you can see that we have this drop down. So just copy this, and anywhere in the last you can paste it. Okay, after this last li tag we'll be creating the li tag. Okay, and we'll be pasting it. Okay, fine. And what else do we need is, I'll say that if I click on this one, let's see that if I click on FAQ, it's taking me to FAQ. Okay, it's fine. You can see now it's working fine, and this drop down is perfectly working. So now what else do we need is, we need to work on this terms and conditions. Okay, terms and conditions. So terms and conditions page, you need to visit the terms and conditions page. Here you can see that I have given PG container 1. Okay, so we need to target PG container 1 everywhere. Okay, so in extra pages I might have given PG container 1. So let me just check the live chat for now. Hi Sarthak, how are you? Will you live Monstack for dating apps? Yeah, very interesting topic. So I'll be soon building a dating app because I'm planning to build a dating app. Very much needed, but yeah, very great project and it will be really beneficial for all. Okay, so we'll build our personal dating app soon. Okay, so now we need to target the PG container 1, right? So from when we need to target, I'll just say that when I reach 600 pixels, then I need to target the PG container 1. Okay, so I'll just here you can just copy this for now. Here you'll say that once you reach 600 pixels, okay, because why am I doing this? As you can see that in smaller size also it's looking fine. So as I reach 600, I'll just decrease its size, this text size a bit. Okay, that's it. That's what I wanted to do. So I'll just say that once I reach 600, I'll just say my PG container will be taking 100% width and height, just some padding inside. Okay, whatever height and width it requires. Okay, just a minute. All right, so you can see that I've just given this some 100% width and height. Okay, that's it. So you can see that once I reach this, you can see that yeah, it's fine. It's fine. The font is fine, and if you wanna make some changes, then definitely you can. Let's suppose if I want to give some margin from top and bottom, 30 pixel, 0 pixel. Okay. So top and bottom 30 pixel each. So you can see that we are getting some gap. All right, so you can do this on your own, and yeah, I think it looks fine. What else do we need is we need to visit the next section, that is the privacy policy. All right, so in the privacy policy, the same CSS has been used, so it looks same. Okay, it looks same. And if you want to change the stylings, okay, if you want to change the stylings, let's suppose visit the TNC. In PG container, you can see that we have h3 and p tag. Okay, so let's target them. So PG container 1, I'll say that its h3 tag will be taking around 20 pixel and gray color, and rest everything is fine. Okay, so I'll just make it green. Okay, I'll just make it green dash dash col1 theme color. Okay, so you can see that the heading is somewhat like this. Now we also need to decrease the size of p tag. So the p tag size will be around 15 pixel and rest everything is fine. So you can see that now I have decreased the size, this size a little bit. All right, so after this we need to work on the last section, that is the FAQ section. So here you can see that the FAQ section is looking very bad. So we need to work on this. So from when we need to work on this, so here you can see that I think I need to change it from 1500 pixel itself. All right. So I'll say that first of all at 1500 pixel, this FAQ container from 1500 pixel, this is the 15 per 100 pixel. I'll just say that in extra page we have the FAQ container, okay, which is taking around 50% width right now, too small width. Okay, so I'll just say that it will be taking 90% width. Okay, that means the containers will be now taking 90% width. You can see that now it's taking 90% width. And what else do we need is you can see that the padding is also fine. Okay, so rest everything is fine. And again, if I go to a smaller screen, around 600, I need to make it more visible. Okay, so around 600 here, you can say first of all, it's taking 97% width, 97% width. So if I go here, you can see that it's taking actually 97% width. One more thing we need to change is once I reach this I would actually need to remove some margin because these FAQ container is actually having some margin. Okay, so I'll say that FAQ container. Let's visit the FAQ page first of all. Here you can see that I have given, okay, fine, fine. So you can see that this individual FAQ is actually, I can say that having some margin. All right. So we'll be targeting this for now. And here you can see that why it's not taking this much space is because, let's suppose first of all I'll give it background color of this much. So that, okay, you can see that it's taking whole width, fine. But inside FAQ container, here I have the FAQ, each FAQ container, okay. So all will be targeted. I'll just say that first of all make the background color as aqua, and you can see, okay, it won't work like this. First of all, I'll remove the padding. I'll remove the margin as 0 pixel. First of all will be removed. Okay, we don't need that. Let's make it normal. Let's try to change the padding of this one. I guess we have given a lot of padding. Okay, now it's fine, now it's fine. I guess we have given a lot of padding from each side. Now it's fine. So the outer container has less padding, so you can see that the inner containers are now looking fine. Okay, so we can remove that now. What else do we need is we need to target the FAQ head because we need to make the size smaller. So I'll just say that the FAQ head H1, the H1 tag inside FAQ head will be having a smaller size, that is 17 pixel. So if I take you to this, you can see that it has a smaller size and you can see that things look fine. All right, so one more thing, I'll just say that the FAQ body will have a lesser size. Suppose let's make it around 13. So here you can see now the size is a bit smaller. Okay, so you can see that FAQ section is also responsive. And if I make you visit these sections, you can see that everything is looking fine. All right, so now today we covered this FAQ section. We covered the product page. Okay, if I take you to the product page, this is the product page. Or it's FAQ section. The product page is also responsive. You can see that this is a responsive with the review section also is responsive. Then we also made the responsive section of contact us and about us. You can see that the contact us is also responsive. And what else do we need is, okay, fine. About us section is also responsive. Then we targeted the login page. It's also responsive. Then we targeted the sign up page. You can see that this is also responsive. Then we targeted the forgot password page. You can see that this is also responsive. Okay, so the responsiveness part of all these sections are done. Now what is remaining? This card section and this user profile section. Okay, so if I visit the profile section, you can see that very bad. Okay, so we'll fix that in the next videos. And also the card section needs to be made responsive. Okay, so this needs to be done in the next videos. Okay, let's leave something for next videos. Okay, so we'll be covering that in the next video. I guess it everything will be completed in the next video, so you can check out the next video for the complete fixing and everything for the last finishing touch. All right, so I guess next video will be the last video, or maybe after that it might take a next video. Okay, next two videos will be last videos of this project. All right, so that's it for today, and I'll upload this source code on GitHub first. So I'll just close it first. Git add git add dot git commit m, and today's date is 3/4/23. Okay, and then I'll push the source code. Okay, so now the source code has been uploaded on GitHub, and you'll find the source code here. Okay, you just need to visit my GitHub profile, github.com/virajj014. Here you can follow me in the repository section. You can check out that we have Fit Grocery. You can search this name if you don't find the repository here, and you can also mark it as a star so that it's available for you if you look into this in future. Okay, so the source code is available here. You can use the source code on all of your projects. And if you want to see the live URL, you can check out this link. Okay, so you will find this link in my GitHub profile, so do check out that one. And right now I guess it's uploaded. Okay, it's uploaded, so all the responsiveness part will be working. So if I take you to the contact us page, you can see that yeah, responsiveness is done and it looks fine. All right, so you can check out this on your own. I have provided you the repository. Before ending this video, please look into the previous videos. The playlist is available in Geeks for Geeks development channel. The playlist name is reactjs projects. Okay, all the previous videos are available here. Do check out these ones because this is very important to learn reactjs. All right. So this was it. And one more thing, in the description, you will find a link of our premium course that we provide for advanced stuff. All right. Aditya is asking, hey भैया, do you have Copilot subscription? No, I don't have Copilot subscription, but जुगाड़ बैठा है ऐसा थोड़ी है. I've been using Copilot for free around 1 year because of student ID. Okay, so I have a student ID, that's why I use it. So if you have a student ID, you can get multiple benefits. You know, you get a discount in MacBook, you get things for free like GitHub Copilot. So use student ID, and you need to make an account. Your account must be connected with the student ID. The GitHub account must be connected to student ID. Okay, so make sure you do that. All right, so you must check the link in description. The link in description is about a full stack course that teaches React.js and Node.js from beginners to advanced. If you have money, you can purchase it. All right, it's a great course, by the way. And before ending, if you have any doubts, you can ask all of your doubts in any of my videos. If you want to contact me, you can message me on Instagram at the rate Harshal underscore 3011, or you can message me on LinkedIn also, Harshal Jain. Okay, so that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, see you have a good day. Bye bye.